evening, folks. Pull up a chair. The world's gone strange and we don't care. A chicken drove a pickup truck. A goat won mayor by dumb luck. A squirrel escaped with stolen cash. A UFO landed by the trash. If it's weird, absurd, or slightly confused, you'll hear it first on iBooger News. Welcome to iBooger News tonight, where the strange comes out in broad daylight. The headlines stink, but the laughs are free. It's the weirdest place on your TV. From Bigfoot dates to alien shoes, you can't make up these crazy views. The world's gone nuts and we've got proof. Welcome to iBooger News. The facts are weird, the people are weirder, and we're just getting started.
And welcome to iBooger News. I am Dr. Lanou, your anchor for tonight. Here we are brave enough to ask the important questions. Questions like, how many open alcohol containers is too many? Can you become a lawyer simply by putting on a suit? And if you're running from the police, is hiding inside an air conditioner really the best plan? Apparently, Florida had some opinions on these questions this week. So let's begin. Dateline, June 11th, 2026, in Brevard County, Florida. According to Brevard County Sheriff's Office, a Palm Bay man named Derek Schaffmus was arrested after allegedly showing up at a traffic stop and identifying himself as the driver's attorney. Deputies say he arrived wearing a full suit and tie and began discussing legal procedures, probable cause, and even attempted to negotiate on the driver's behalf. Authorities later determined that he was not licensed to practice law. He is now facing charges including practicing law without a license and obstruction by a disguised person. I guess the disguise is the suit. So now let's think about this. The driver gets pulled over. The deputy starts asking questions, and suddenly a guy in a suit appears out of the darkness like a discount version of Saul Goodman. Yeah. Don't worry, everyone. I'm her lawyer. Imagine the confidence. Most people get nervous ordering at Subway. This guy allegedly walked up to law enforcement and started conducting legal business. What's even crazier, the driver apparently believed him. Folks, if your attorney arrives at 3 a.m. faster than your pizza delivery, you may want to verify a few credentials. Now, on to our next story. Dateline, June 8th, 2026. Bundle and Palm Coast of Florida. Authorities say James Myers and his girlfriend were accused of stealing crab legs from Winn-Dixie in Palm Coast. So they still got a Winn-Dixie in Palm Coast. I thought they all been getting converted over to Aldi. Investigators tracked them to residence in Bundle. Deputies found the girlfriend hiding in a cabinet, while Myers was discovered wedged inside an air conditioner, air handler behind ductwork. The sheriff's office jokingly described the arrest as a game of hide and seek. Now I have a question. First, crab legs? Crab legs? Not gold bars, not diamonds. Crab legs. Second, an air conditioner. You know, deputies had to be standing there and wondering why the house suddenly sounded like it was breathing. Can you imagine being the HVAC technician later? Sir, your unit is not cooling because there's a fugitive lodged in the ductwork. At some point, you've got to admire the commitment, not the crime, the commitment. And the final story for tonight. Dateline, June 13th, 2026. Pasco County, Florida. Florida Highway Patrol says Connor William Parody was stopped on Interstate 75 after allegedly driving more than 90 miles per hour. Troopers report finding 34 open alcohol containers inside the vehicle. Authorities also reported a blood alcohol content of 0.177, which is more than twice Florida's legal limit. He was arrested and taken to to Pasco County Jail. 34. At what point does your Honda Civic is no longer a car? It's a mobile recycle center. I don't know what impresses me more, the number 34, or the fact that apparently there was still room enough for the driver. Imagine the state trooper approaching the vehicle. The window comes down. The sound of aluminum cans shifting echoes through the cabin. And the trooper is probably thinking, "Sir, are you transporting beverages or collecting them?" Look, one open container is already a bad idea. 34 feels like it's a mistake. Feels like a mistake and more like a hobby. So, some closing thoughts for tonight. What did we learn this week? If you need a lawyer, make sure they are actually a lawyer. And if your vehicle contains 34 alcohol containers, maybe call an Uber. And if you're hiding from deputies, the air conditioner is not a long-term solution. That's all for today's edition of iBoogerNews. Keeping an eye on the weird stuff, I'm Doc. Please hit and like that and please hit the like and subscribe buttons and share this channel with your friends. Until next time, stay safe, stay weird, and try not to become tomorrow's headline.
Well, that's the news, and what a ride! We lost our sanity worldwide. A duck stole pizza, a cow wore shoes. Just another day on iBoogerNews. Thanks for watching. Don't be late. Tomorrow's headline will be even more strange. Until next time, here's our views. Stay weird, my friends, from iBoogerNews. If it sounds too crazy to be true, we'll probably cover it tomorrow.